Hello, this is Pam Blair with Yoga Bug Real Estate, and I am here with my weekly update on the Portland Metro real estate market during the COVID-19 pandemic. And we are on week 6 of this, week 6 of my update. And I want to get right into the statistics. So when I'm talking about statistics for Portland, I'm just going to focus on close in core Portland. So west, north, northeast, and southeast close in. And these are just stats for the last week. We had 222 new listings come on the market, which is up 1.4% from the previous week. So that's awesome. We're going upward. That's the direction we want to go. And we had 191 homes in that specific area go pending, which is up 4.2% from the previous week, which is great. Now, hopefully that's the way we will continue to go, is upward. And tune in each week, I will let you know those stats. So one of the biggest questions I get when I speak with someone who I haven't seen for a while is, Pam, how do you show homes during this time? And it's a great question. And the National Association of Realtors just put out an article today saying that 93% of homeowners have accommodated their showing instructions during the COVID-19 pandemic. And usually what I'm seeing is that means requiring social distancing, and they're disinfecting the homes, requiring that perhaps the agent disinfect the areas that were touched after we leave. Of course, there are a lot of virtual tours, but honestly, there are many people who aren't going to purchase a home through a virtual tour. So at least for my buyers, what happens is we vet these homes before we go out and look at them. We make sure it's something that they could be very interested in. And then I show up with my mask and gloves, and I wear my glasses, and I open the door for them. And we stay 6 feet apart the whole time. They go in and do their tour. If they love it, then I go in, and then we talk about it afterwards outside of the house. And that seems to be working. You know, we accommodate, we try to figure it out. And with my sellers, you know, we talk about what they're comfortable with, and we create the protocol for their particular listing. Some other interesting stats that I came across this week are regarding rentals. I was curious. So I wondered, because unemployment rates have skyrocketed, what percentage of people were unable to meet their rent in the month of April. And the National Multifamily Housing Council put out some stats saying that that number is up 12% compared to last year. So 31% of people across the country were not able to make their rent for the month of April. And of course, that has to do with COVID-19 and unemployment. So I hope that you find this information helpful. Please look at us as a resource. We are here for you, whether it's real estate related or not. I do know that there are multiple offers still happening in really hot price ranges here in Portland. And the other interesting thing is I listened to a podcast just before I talking to you, and it was with Pamela Liebman, who is the CEO of the Corcoran Group in New York City. I mean, an incredibly accomplished woman. And she was talking about how maybe some buyers, now that's a totally different market than ours, but how some buyers might thinking they could come in and lowball and get a real good deal during this time. And she had an interesting point, and I think it was slightly reflected in the Portland market as well, in that I know that I saw from last June until now that prices did start to soften a little bit in the higher price ranges. I mean, we have extremely low inventory right now, but I think there was an adjustment that was starting to happen already, and that's what she was speaking of. So that I think the idea of realistically coming in and lowballing a seller right now with such low inventory and with such low interest rates is probably not a plan that's going to work for most buyers. Maybe you'll get a better deal than you did 4 weeks ago or 6 weeks ago, but in general, it seems to still be a pretty healthy market. So reach out to us. Let us know if you have any questions about your particular neighborhood, and reach out to us if you need anything at all. Have a wonderful week. We'll be back here again next week on Facebook. You can also find these videos on YouTube as well as yogabugrealestate.com. See you next week.